Hey guys, what's up? I am back with another speed test. So in this video, we will doing the speed test comparison between the Xiaomi Redmi Note 12 versus the Oppo F21 Pro, and this phone is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 680 SoC with 8GB of RAM, while the Xiaomi Redmi Note 12 is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 685 SoC with 8GB of RAM. On the back, we have a triple cameras on both phones, and Redmi has a 50 megapixel f1.8 aperture main camera. Also, we have 8 megapixel ultra wide with a 2 megapixel macro, while on the another hand, and Oppo has a 64 megapixel f1.7 aperture main camera. Then we have a 2 megapixel which is a depth sensor, and another 2 megapixel which is a microscope lens, as you can see. And the camera layout on both phones looks very similar. And the back of the Redmi Note 12 is made up of plastic, while the Oppo has a leather type finish which is only available in the orange color, and the black color has a plastic back. And the frames on both phones also is made up of plastic. We have an in-display fingerprint scanner on the Oppo versus inside the power button on the Redmi Note 12, as you can see. Also on the bottom we have headphone jack on the Oppo, which you also find on the Redmi Note 12 on the top. Also we have a stereo speakers on the Redmi Note 12 versus a single speaker, and Redmi has a IP53 rating versus IPX4 on the Oppo F21 Pro. Now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. Here we go. And logos came up first on the Oppo F21 Pro, and both phones is running on latest Android 13. We have MIUI 14 versus a ColorOS version 13.1. So very interesting to see which one will be faster. And Oppo F21 Pro faster when it comes to booting up, as you can see, and Redmi it is also right behind there. We have 1 or 2 second difference between these two devices when it comes to booting up. And now let's talk about the displays between these two devices. And Redmi Note 12 has a 6.67 inch Full HD Plus AMOLED with a 120Hz refresh rate. Also we have a center punch hole on the Redmi Note 12, while on the Oppo we have 6.4 inch Full HD Plus AMOLED with 90Hz refresh rate. Also we have a punch hole on the left hand side, and the bottom chin it is more bigger on the Oppo F21 Pro. So everything's closed up in the background, no application is running in the background. Phone dialer little faster on the Oppo. So now let's open settings, again faster on the Oppo. So now let's go to the display. We have 120Hz refresh rate versus a 90Hz on the F21 Pro. So now check out some more apps. Amazon Shopping, that one it is slightly faster on the Redmi Note 12. The scrolling wise, not a big difference between 120Hz and 90Hz. Obviously in the Redmi it is a more smoother. So now let's open this. Very similar. So now check out some games application. Now let's see Candy Crush Saga, Snapdragon 680 versus 685. Little faster on the Oppo. Instagram faster on the Oppo. Let's pin out. Similar. Snapchat similar. And now let's see Spotify similar. And now Subway Surfer, and Subway Surfer it is slightly faster on the Redmi Note 12. As you can see, Redmi is taking the lead. And let me show the speakers on both phones. First on the Oppo, here's the Oppo with max volume. And here is the Oppo F21 Pro. As you can see in the speakers, it is overall more better on the Redmi Note 12 because we have a stereo speakers, while Oppo it is not really bad despite having a single speaker. And now let's see PUBG Mobile. that is little faster on the Redmi Note 12. Also in that game we have a smooth graphics with the ultra frame rate on both phones, no 60 fps even on the Redmi Note 12. So now let's see Twitter, slightly faster on the Oppo Zedge, and Zedge it is little faster on the Redmi. So you can see Redmi overall is perform more faster. So scrolling wise, Redmi Note 12 is a more smoother, although in the start we see a jitter on both phones, but now Redmi Note 12 is slightly more smoother. So last time launching the cameras on both phones, default camera application, Redmi Note 12 is slightly faster. So now let's look at the front facing camera, and the front facing camera it is, I would say, more better on the Oppo F21 Pro, because on the Redmi everything looks overexposed. Okay guys, now let's see internet browsing speed. So I am using default Chrome on both phones, so wikipedia.org, slightly faster on the Redmi. Scrolling wise, again little more smoother on the Redmi, and scrolling again, no jitters on both phones. So next on the list is apple.com, slightly faster on the Redmi Note 12, and scrolling wise, again Redmi Note 12 is taking the lead in that area. Not a big difference between 120Hz and 90Hz, but the 90Hz on the Oppo it is not as stable as the Redmi 120Hz refresh rate. So now check out RAM management on both phones, and both phones has 8GB of RAM. Let's see who is perform good in the RAM management. No refresh. Now let's see settings, Amazon shopping, let's see Candy Crush Saga, Instagram, Pinout. So far both phones is perform very solid. Snapchat, Spotify, Subway Surfer, PUBG. You can see RAM management is really solid even on the Oppo, which I did not expect that. And now let's see Twitter, Zedge, and last way back to the internet browser where we left, as you can see. And guys, what I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see that, and Xiaomi Redmi Note 12 overall is perform faster than the Oppo F21 Pro in system-based applications as well as in games mostly. So in terms of the RAM wise, in that area both phones is perform very solid in the RAM management, not a single refresh on both phones. And now let's talk about the battery sizes, and the Redmi Note 12 has a 5000 mAh battery size with a 33W super fast charging, while the Oppo has a 4500 mAh battery size with a 33W fast charging as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like this video. So do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos like this, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. And I will see you in my next video. Peace out.